Good morning at 6:31, June 2nd. Taking a look at pound yen. I'm going to wait to break it down with everyone else, so I'm probably going to be quiet until then. Just waiting for some guys to hop on. Mr. Chris, what's up, brother? How you doing? I just saw you posted in fitness. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's go. Let's check this out.
Hey, fellas. Hey,
let's go, baby.
Hey, let's get this working, baby. It's almost time to trade. Hey, sales team. Let's work.
Let's work. Yes, you need your wisdom teeth pulls. What makes you think that? You got some pain? Damn, you're having a hell of a couple weeks, huh? First you got sick, now you got the wisdom teeth. Little adversity, man. Embrace it. If anyone can handle it, it's you. I've actually never got my wisdom teeth pulled. Knock on wood. I bet. Oh man. So I'm sure it's just like throbbing pain. I had a root canal and that was terrible. I had that as a kid. Yeah, I heard talking. Yeah, man. I had a root canal as a kid and I got home from the dentist and I was in so much pain and I was, again, only a kid. I went into the backyard and just laid down. I didn't want to do anything and I fell asleep in the backyard. My mom was like, "What the hell is going on?" I was dead, man. Let's break some pairs down. So, looking at our good friend GJ. Here we go. So GJ obviously created our high right up here at 156. It's what we broke down yesterday, right? Came down, made a higher low, but then came up and made a lower high up here. It's lower than this high up here. But now what happened last night, I caught part of this move over here. I got about 19 pips out of this. But we retested the previous resistance over here. And what do we always do with GJ? Every time we create a new high, we come down, consolidate, and then retest the high, and then retest that area. Here we consolidated for about a week or two, and then we continued right back up to create the new high. Now we're retesting the previous area. Are we going to consolidate like we did after retesting this area? Or are we going to just continue up? So what happened last night? Actually, no, this wasn't last night. Yeah, this actually was last night. So throughout London and New York yesterday, we were just in a bearish trend, right? Just respecting this bearish trend. All of a sudden, we created the support. We broke the bearish trend. You can see it clearer on the lower time frames over here. Broke the bearish trend, created support, and now we're continuing up. So now we're respecting this bullish trend, but I don't want to take any buys. I know this looks tempting to take this up, but I don't want to take any buys until we break above 155, 340. We'll call it right here. Just a nice close above that area. Clear close, not like a mini close. You know what I'm talking about with those weak candles. We want a strong close above this area. Now, I don't want to take any sells on GJ until we break market structure and we break this nearest support over here. This wick actually ended up taking me out last night, my my runner. But I didn't finish journaling it yet. I entered as we passed the high of this wick. Can you see that? Nice, brother. This was meant to be a swing trade, anticipating price to, looking at the 1 hour over here, price created the support. I put my stop loss below this 1 hour. I waited for candles to close or pass the high of this wick right here, and that's where I entered. Again, this wick ended up taking me out, but I'm anticipating price to continue bullish. I don't know if it's going to respect this market structure or continue to consolidate in here and then start heading up. Very well could do that as well. It doesn't have to just, completely respect this market structure right here. You could have something like that. So keep an eye out for that. This is what I'm looking at on GJ right now. Right now, the pound is pretty strong. Yen is a little bit weaker right now. Even though fundamentally it should be stronger, but it's so weak as far as the COVID variant going on right now, and they're getting hit pretty hard. So that's GJ. I know you're only looking at gold now, so let's break gold down. Looking at the 4 hour over here, gold is actually, let's bring it down to the higher time frames. Actually, really don't need it, but we have this bearish candle over here. First bearish candle in quite some time on the weekly, right? Price reacting to this level over here. So let's look at that level on the daily. So the daily, pretty significant level. Also a psychological level, 1910. Previous support over here, consolidation, previous resistance, and then you had some issues in this area with this candle right here. So now we're creating this resistance over here. Are we going to start to push down where you get something like, where are we? We start to push down a little bit, maybe break market structure and then continue up. Could we continue to consolidate in here and then start to head up? Or could we form support right here, respect this bullish trend that we're in, and start pushing up from here? This candle flips bullish over there. That'll be interesting. So let's see what happens on the higher time frames over here. But if we fill this wick, this will be interesting right here. Nice liquidity grab to start heading down. We passed the low of that candle. This candle already created a top wick, and now it's starting to push down to fill this wick right down here. Now, also the dollar is a little bit stronger. Let's take a look at that real quick. So the dollar is holding support right here, right? And we're kind of breaking the current market structure that we've been in since the beginning of Q2. Right, March 1st, beginning of Q2, been in this downtrend over here. Now we have this support. Now we've had that support before, and we retested that trend line to then just head right back down. So are we going to continue down? Is this like a fake out of that trend to continue down? Or are we going to break this resistance after breaking market structure and then continue right back up to this resistance right up here? So that'll be interesting right now. That's another reason why gold is starting to fall a little bit. Now looking over here at the 4 hour, nice bearish clean candles, nice wick over here that we're about to fill, but we have this doji candle with a wick to fill right up there. This candle created a bottom wick over here, never passed the low of that wick right there. Are we going to get a fill of this wick up here and continue bullish, or are we going to flip bearish, close below this area, and then start to tap into this area, which I want to point out to you on the lower time frame. So we got a previous resistance, previous support, wicks into this area over here. So if we get a close below this area, this might be a good opportunity to take sells right back down. This might be a tricky area. You may want to secure some of your position right around here, but we could be coming down to 1890 right over here. So I'm just going to clear this up just a little bit smaller. There we go. Yeah, so right now we're consolidating. We need price to break out of here. Even if we're taking buys, we need price to close above 1900 flat. Price keeps rejecting 1900 with these wicks over here. So I'm curious. And also, this isn't, that set in stone, but this trend line over here, we've been respecting multiple times as we're pushing up here. Right over here, we wicked into that area. This area right here, and now we're starting to have some issues over here. So now we're consolidating in here. Is this going to be a little fake out to continue right back up, or are we going to close below the support right here? Nice clean close to then head back right back down to fill that wick over here to the left. What time frame was I looking at that I liked? Yeah, I think it was the 4 hour. So the 4 hour, if this candle flips bearish and passes the low of that wick, we could be coming down to fill this wick on the 4 hour. Make sense? Pretty easy. Right now, nothing much going on EJ over here. EJ, we're just kind of ranging. EJ still in a bullish trend, still in bullish market structure. Maybe we're coming down. This is going to be a very key area right here. May not want to take any kind of sells on EJ until we break this area, break the current support, break, retest, get a nice clean move to the left. Then we could come right back down to 133 flat. Other than that, wait for price to create support here, consolidate in here a little bit more, and then break and close above 134 flat to then continue right back up. But where are we heading after that? Where's our next target? It could be 136. Let's just double check and make sure. Yeah, this is a pretty significant level on the higher time frames over here, but we could be coming up into this area right here. Previous rejection. Yeah. So 134,600 I could see us coming up into. And good. So now we wait. Very simple. You see Damian Lillard last night? Patience. Yes, sir. Patience. Patience. I don't know if that's how you spell that, but it would make sense. Yeah, dude, he is something else. I honestly didn't watch the game, but I wanted to watch the highlights real quick. If it's just us and we're just waiting, I'll throw them on. But what I was showing you over here is this market structure. We're just respecting this area. So if we break that and retest this and then, break the low of this 4 hour and fill this wick, we could, I don't know if we're going to break 1889 over here, but if we do, we could get some market structure where, we've been in this channel, right? Been respecting this channel. If we break that area, could be starting to come down a little bit. Right over here, hold support, and then continue right back up. You could very well see this happening. So we'll see what's up. Oh, that's why you're typing. You just can't, you don't want to talk. What I like though is that we're forming support here, which is higher than this support, right? So if we fill this wick, we could be coming right back up. I was thinking about taking this trade last night and I held out because I already got my GJ trade. Where's the trade I was looking at? Right over
Yeah,
here.
I sound a little crazy, but I'm talking.
Nah, don't worry about it. I just didn't know if you were on the train or something, but then I remembered you get that pain.
Yeah, that's
But yo, what I was looking at last night was this. Right? This candle over here. The only reason I didn't take this was because price was starting just kind of rejected. This candle had no top wick on the 15-minute. This candle passed the high and then just rejected that area. But I did like what the 30-minute looked like, and we were forming support right here. And also bouncing off this trend line, creating a higher low. No, a lower high, I guess you could say. Where price was coming down, created another lower high over here and the support, and then we have this wick over here that we could have filled. But then I just held out. I didn't want it. I wanted to wait for candles to close above this area right here before I took it. Asian doesn't have much volume anyway, but I'm glad I held out. I would have completely lost the profits unless, I would have managed risk, obviously, but I would have probably lost some of the profits from the GJ trade just because I wanted to be in two different trades. But that's where the discipline comes in. You get that one winning trade and you're good. You get your 10, 15, 20 pips. That's fine. Now, I would have taken this if we broke and closed above this area to come up and fill this area up here, but no. Getting some bearish pressure over here on the 30-minute. Will we close below this area? I got to answer Nathan. He's going through a lot with his family right now. Still waiting for this close above this area. I didn't watch the game, but I did throw 200 on the over. 226. Clearly broke that one. So. Gio, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing good. You back home?
Yep.
Nice. How was the trip?
It was nice. Very nice in
Road
Texas.
again?
Huh?
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It was very nice in Texas.
Nice. Did you miss being on the road?
Yeah, it's different feeling. Like I haven't traveled for like a year.
Wow.
It's just
Feels weird.
Feels weird. Like, like because I had a layover in where was it? Denver, I think. Yeah, in Denver. And
So you went out to Denver?
no, I had a layover.
Oh, layover in Denver. Okay.
In Denver, it's just weird. Like when you go airport to airport, you'll see the big difference of every state. Like somewhere, very dead, and when you go to Texas, it's just so lively.
You
Like
saying
everything is back to
infrastructure or
normal.
the people?
No, the people.
Okay.
I'm talking about all the businesses are open. Like no mask required. It's just they're just like you'll see every establishment saying mask is just encouraged for people who are non-vaccinated.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's up to you if you're gonna wear it or not.
It's crazy. I just heard a story about someone getting vaccinated, very healthy and everything, and you know, I'm trying to stay away from the either conspiracies or all that stuff about the vaccine. I'm choosing not to take it right now. I'm just gonna wait. But I heard something last night where this guy was completely healthy. All of a sudden, he got this like infection in his arm, and
Hmm.
he developed sepsis. I can't pronounce that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cespis. Shut
Uh, I,
up. Look
sep-
this up now. Cespis.
sepsis is like,
Cespis. I think it's called.
yeah, it's like a what do you call it? An infection to
It goes through your whole body, like your immune
your
system
bloodstream.
stuff.
Yeah.
All these different stories. I could send it to you if you want. Um, what's it called? Chris, it looks like we're breaking down over here. I'll break these down for you, Geo. Looking at gold over here, obviously in a very bullish trend. The dollar is a little bit stronger right now. If you take a look at the index, we'll start with this. But you know, since Q2, obviously we've been in a very downtrend. Dollar's been on its way down. That's either people pulling their money out of the dollar being a safe haven currency and putting it more into risk currencies, but also the inflation fears and everything else going on. So right now we did find support over here, and we are breaking that market structure, that bearish market structure. Finding support, is this going to be a fake out to then continue right back down, close below the support and continue down again? Or are we going to break above this resistance here and then start tapping this resistance up here? I think a lot has to happen for that to happen. You know, inflation needs to calm down a little bit, or the inflation fears at least. But that's another reason why gold is on its way down right now as well. What I was looking at over here is obviously very clean bearish trend over here. Nice wick that we could potentially be filling, and that's what I'm looking for right over here. And we're also breaking this bullish market structure that we've been respecting. You can see it better on the 1 hour. So just been tapping into this area multiple times. And now we're in this market structure over here where we're starting to break, right? We're starting to kind of get into this area. But if you're looking at the 4 hour, this candle left a nice wick that could potentially fill. This candle, what I like though, what's up, James?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. You?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. So this top candle over here, or this candle, created a top wick, and now it's starting to flip bearish. So I'm waiting for potentially a pass of the wick over here, or just a close below the support for us to potentially take this down to fill this wick right down here. All right. Especially, like I said, with the strength of the dollar currently, not in the long term, but right now in the short term, dollar is a little bit stronger today. So again, looking at the 1 hour, we are consolidating in this area. I thought maybe we would hold this support. This would be a little fake out of the bullish market structure, and then we could continue up. But safe buys would be above 1900, 1900 and 400, I would say, to take this right back up and hold the support, hold the bullish market structure. But at the end of the day, our main structure is this channel that we've been in, right, since tapping 1680. So are we going to break this market structure right here, consolidate a little bit, and then continue up? Or are we going to break this support over here? I think a lot has to happen for that to happen. And we could consolidate in here if that's the case. Could consolidate in here a little bit and then continue right back up, retesting this bullish market structure. Or we could just continue to consolidate in here, maybe tap this area to fill that wick, and then continue right back up to retest the highs like we normally do. Still very bullish on gold. So I'm looking for any opportunity to take a buy to take this right back up. But right now, price is showing us that the dollar is a little bit stronger. Gold is on its way down. Maybe we're just correcting to then head right back up. But we are having some issues right in here. Let's get rid of all this. All right. So again, looks like we're breaking this support over here. but we need a close below. And I think if we do get a close below, we get like a top wick formed over here. We need a strong close below though, because of all these wicks. It can't just be like a weak candle. Like it can't just close like that. I wouldn't be comfortable taking a sell. I would be comfortable waiting for a stronger close. Maybe if the body was down at this candle, at this wick, but I would hope that there's a wick that we could potentially fill. I don't want it to close with no bottom wick, but I want a top wick formed and then price just coming down to come right into this key area right over here. Previous resistance, support, wicked into this area, found support right here, and then just continue right back up, creating a lower high. I think we could potentially fill that wick like you guys see on the 4 hour over here. So we passed the low of this candle over here, could be coming down to fill this wick. You could definitely see that happening.
So would you take that if it closed below for a breakout trade, or will you wait for a retest?
Well, I wouldn't wait for like a classic retest where you get a bullish candle closing and then a bearish candle closing, right? You may not have to wait for that. What I would do is I would wait for that top wick to form and then that candle to flip bearish or pass the low of the previous.
Well, yeah. So basically, a break and retest on the 5 minute.
Yeah, something like, yeah, exactly. Or
Okay.
on the 1 minute. Let's break it down to those time frames too. It is a little messy. That's the 15 minute. This is the 5 minute. So it's very messy over here, and it's kind of difficult to trade. I want a exit of this area, right? I want to clean like close on the 1 minute below this area, right? And then maybe a retest, and then we continue right back down. So this is very tricky to be trading in over here. It looks like it wants to come down based on the higher time frames, but on the 1 minute, we're just kind of holding this support over here. We put that right there if you want on the 1 minute. But we're just kind of consolidating in here. Not much volume. It is pre-New York, so you may want to hold off on the gold trades until New York open when you get the volume coming in. But again, over here, it's just messy with all these wicks over here.
The DXY is the same.
Yeah, DXY over here.
Just
That's what we're
messing
looking at. Yeah.
around.
But what draws my attention is the fact that we broke the Q2 market structure, right? We've been having positive GDP coming out, economy is starting to expand a little bit, but we do have those inflationary fears. But we are holding support over here, and it looks like we broke the market structure. Looks like we wanted to over here, then we closed right back in, and then came down to create a higher low. Honestly, never passed the low of this candle, and then we passed the high, and now we're starting to come up to this resistance over here, previous support. So if we close and retest above this area, this will be interesting when it comes to gold. Then you'll see, price breaking this market structure, obviously, but also maybe coming down to 1889, 1890, consolidating over here, and then continuing up. I don't think it'll break 1890, this previous support over here, but very well could. We're going to go based on what we see. So looks like gold is continuing to break down over here. My main thing is GJ over here. We are consolidating in here. Last night, I grabbed part of this move over here. I ended up getting stopped at a break even with this wick. But we were in bearish market structure all day yesterday. And then we finally broke it, created a support of previous resistance over here to the left. And now we're, just kind of respecting bullish market structure. I don't want to take any kind of sell on GJ until we break support over here. We break this bullish market structure and we break the nearest support, and you could potentially take this down. How many pips? About 30. But again, with GJ, you could see something like this where we're consolidating over here, and then we do this, and then we create bullish market structure that way. It doesn't have to, I was pointing this out to Chris before, it doesn't have to completely follow this. We could get a consolidation and then a continue up, and then that's where you could potentially move this up based on the market structure. James, you looking at anything?
Looking for EU sells.
You sells, gotcha.
Yeah, if I held myself from yesterday, I'd be up like 60 pips now, but I didn't.
Oh wait, it's up 60 pips?
No, it would have been up 60 pips if I held it.
Did you close it out or did you get stopped out?
I closed it out at 13 pips and then it faked out. So I closed it out after all the rejection wicks.
Okay.
And then it faked out to the upside and then dropped.
Nice. All right. Send it to the analysis whenever you get the chance. Take a
Yeah.
look at it.
Because if I stayed in it, I would have been stopped out anyway.
So the 30-minute on gold obviously passed the high of these candles over here. And then we came down, very strong body, which I like. But the only thing is we passed the low of this candle right away. Now we're starting to retrace a little bit. So maybe we, get a little retest over here and then continue down. But this is a very tricky area to trade in. It's also only 7 o'clock.
Where's Matea?
Matei won't be here till tomorrow. He's got school. So he missed yesterday and today, but he'll be back tomorrow.
I noticed him gone from the stream. Like whenever you come on, it's always you and Matei and
Yeah, man. Matei's consistent.
yeah.
We gotta check in on Nathan. He texted me back yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, he got COVID or something. Like
Yeah, but some family health. His mother wasn't doing too well.
Yeah.
We got her home on Monday. Make sure it does not leak. Gold is starting to break below. You may want to just be careful in this area. I do like the fact that the 30-minute closed below. I'm just in no rush to jump into this. I got a nice trade last night on GJ. Yeah. The fact that we passed the low of this candle, came up and created a top wick, and now we're dropping down again, but now we're retracing again. It's just a messy place. Gio, have you traded this week yet? No. James, how about you? I know you took that.
Oh, sorry. I was talking. I was on mute.
What was that?
I was talking. I was on mute.
Oh.
No, I was saying I got caught in that GJ sells on what time frame was that? 30-minute time frame at like 5 a.m. Pacific time. So it's like 8 a.m. your time. That break of the support.
Right over here?
Yeah, the main move happened on the NYSE, so I was out of the trade already.
Damn, yeah. This would have been nice right here.
Yeah, because I only trade until 9 a.m. So I was already at work during that time.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah. For the month of May, like I kept track. I did a back test of the whole month of May.
Nice.
I would say 80% like the move happened on NYSE.
Yep. Definitely in May. 100%.
Yeah, so
a bit towards the end of April too.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see what kind of adjustment would I do, because during that time, I don't know, like I can't trade during that time, and I don't like trading using my phone.
Yeah, me neither. You feel like gambling a little bit,
Yeah.
or it's.
Is there a way? Is there a way you could connect your your magic keys to your phone?
I don't think so. I mean, it works.
No.
Like if you're, let's say, in a trade, you use your magic keys to place the trade. You have to use the bathroom. You're on your phone, and you bring your magic keys with you. You can use it.
Huh.
And you can manage it that way. You just can't move the stop loss and take profit with it. Not that you
Huh.
would anyway, but you would do that on your phone.
No, but I'm saying is that your magic key is still connected to your PC,
Yeah.
but basically you're just using your phone to monitor the trade, right?
Yeah, you're looking at the price. You're looking at
Yeah.
your position. If you press, let's say, close half, you're gonna see that
But
trend.
it's not directly connected to your phone.
No, no.
Oh.
Because the thing is, the way this connects is a USB.
Yeah, the Bluetooth, right? Yeah.
No, just the USB. I plugged the it's a little USB thing in the back here. Do you have the new one?
No, I have the first version, the black one.
Yeah, the first version, the USB
Yeah,
that was
the
in here.
battery. Oh yeah.
That goes right
Well,
into
yeah,
the
it's
computer.
it works like it's a Bluetooth where you connect it to your CPU, right?
I don't think this works as a Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mouse, no, this Bluetooth mouse.
Oh,
There's
sure.
a
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
so it works the same.
true. Very true.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this thing out because I might be traveling, um, more often.
Yep.
So I'm trying to see if should I get a laptop that I'll set it up just for trading, and so I can bring my magic keys. Because when I was in the hotel, like I'm watching the price, but like I don't want to trade.
Yeah.
I don't want to because I rather have my magic keys with me, and yep, especially for scalping. Like if I'm swing trading, then no problem.
I don't blame you because in a way I'm the same way. But honestly, if you have a desktop, right?
Yeah.
You have actually a pretty nice setup, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So in that case, when I bought my setup, when I bought my desktop and everything, I had a MacBook Air, and that's what I did everything on, my business and everything. Besides, when I was in my office and I had a desktop there, but I would have a MacBook where I would take everywhere, vacations or different places when I'm traveling. And then when I got this for my home, what I ended up doing was I wanted an iPad, and I ended up meeting some guy on OfferUp, and his wife needed a laptop for school. He had an iPad like the one I have right here, and he was willing to do a straight trade for it. And at the time, this is brand new, and my MacBook Air was like a 2013. I got that back in college, and this ended up. We just did a straight, trade for it. I was happy with it. It was like a brand new iPad. So I highly recommend doing that with this pen. I have no problem trading on this thing. I don't really like trading on my phone, but this I don't mind it. Especially you could do analysis if you have the rewind feature on TradingView. You could backtest on it. It's just nice aesthetic, I guess you could say. When it comes to charting and stuff on the iPad, it's a lot better than using that little mouse thing on a laptop. But that's just my suggestion. You can do whatever you want. The only thing is you can't use magic keys on the iPad.
Well, what you
Yeah,
can use is
that's fine.
What's up?
Oh, you can?
I was going to say that what you could do is get a remote desktop, get a VPN, and get a trade panel. There's really good ones, just like Magic Keys, but virtually on MT4. And then you could just get your iPad or whatever, and you connect to your remote desktop through the VPN, and then you could just use the panel on the MT4. Then
James, when it comes to that, do you like like when it comes to your magic keys are plugged into your computer. So would that work since your VPN is some computer on the other side of the world?
It would
Um,
be a different it would be like a separate panel. Do you know, like you'd have your magic keys at home, but when you travel, you'd have a different EA.
yeah.
Like there's different trading panels that you connect to your MT4, just like how we connected my FX book. You just put it in the export scripts, and then you press auto trade, and then the panel's actually on the MT4 screen.
Okay.
So it's magic keys just on the screen. You just click it with your mouse.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there, and they're going to be pretty good. Do you know? I think her name's Eleanor. She does YouTube live streams.
From Taiwan or something?
Yeah. She developed one, and it's very similar to Magic Keys. I think she just
Uh-huh.
copied Magic Keys. I don't want to call anyone out here, but it looks like a copy of Magic Keys, but virtually on MT4.
Wow. Yeah, you
So
know, I
Gio, you
think
could get
I
that.
saw that.
Yeah. So if you did all that, I know it's a lot of effort, but then you could do on your iPad as you travel.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've had a couple people like business opportunities reach out to me on Instagram for something like that. They're like, I see you use Magic Keys. Would you be interested in, you know? And obviously I wasn't. I'm pretty happy with Magic Keys, but they're all softwares. There's no hardware like Magic Keys. And that was the main reason why Rakil made it, is because he wanted the hardware. He wanted something like the Bloomberg keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's like, you know.
do you guys see my message in Slack about my Instagram?
Someone took
Oh
it.
yeah.
So annoying.
Like, is there like one guy who took it, or was there a few trying to like,
He didn't take it.
impersonate you?
He like duplicated it. He was trying to like, and his is still up. And I've had at least like 50 or 60 people reaching out to me saying like, yo, I know this isn't you. A lot of the messages they're sending back are pretty funny. Because the guy's sending out messages trying to scam people. He actually scammed someone for $1,000.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of stupid for falling for that, but still, like, that guy's using my name and scamming people, and his is still up. Mine is disabled for now.
Yeah, that happened to a lot of people trying to provide value. They just Instagram actually takes down their one and leaves the
Yeah.
actual fake one
Yeah.
up.
Do you know that dude, Bish Capital?
Yeah, he messaged me. I don't know if it's the same guy, but he was asking me about running and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know, was it the real guy? I just went along with it, but I forgot to reply actually.
He played football at Memphis. He played with QB Stu.
Oh yeah.
Stewart.
Yeah.
He's a pretty solid trader now too. But that happened to him. He had like 25,000 followers. Now he only has like 2,700. But I don't think he took the steps to actually, get his Instagram back. He said that there was like nothing you could do, and he was giving me the warning, saying like, just be careful reporting this guy, because this is what happened to me. And I definitely kept that in the back of my head, and I was just worried about it. And yesterday I was driving, went to check my Instagram real quick, and it kept spazzing out, and all of a sudden my posts weren't there. I was like, no, like I knew what it was right away. So I was like, shit my pants yesterday, and then I was just like, you know what, just adversity, got to handle it, and make sure we get it back. But I've been watching YouTube videos on how to get it back. I did my measures as far as you got to send them like a picture of yourself holding up a sheet of a code that they sent you along with your handle. So annoying.
Gold just break out of support.
Did it?
Yeah, he used the same.
Okay. Wow. That's on 715. All right, so let's see a little retest of this area right here. I want price to close out of this area because we just exited, right? came up, retested, came back into the range, and then we ended up truly passing the low of this candle with some volume. How did this happen? Okay. So got a little retest of this support over here. Then price just passed the low of that candle. Dropped about 10 pips. This is messy. I don't know if you guys want to trade in this. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a break and close above this area. EJ, as I was saying before, looking for a retest of this area, support to form. Price kind of continues to consolidate in here, but continues to push bullish. I'm waiting for a close above 134, 100.
Yeah, speaking of tech things, I bought an iPad. It's like the best thing ever for chart time, you know?
Oh, yeah. iPad, especially if you have that rewind tool.
Yeah. Like whenever I'm on the couch or anything, just have the iPad there and you can just
Yeah.
do a bit of back testing or whatever, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I used to do that. I mean, I still do it all the time. I'm taking notes and stuff when I'm watching TV. I'm most of the time reading articles and stuff or looking at my old trades. But it's so beneficial to have an iPad. I love it. I was just gonna say something I forgot. Oh, I don't have a VPN, but what I do have is a Team Viewer. Do you guys know what this is?
No, what's that?
So this right here, well, actually, let me take that off. But the I just had the code up there. It's basically like, you know, I have the app on my iPad, and I can basically view everything that's on my screen on the iPad. So if I'm in the city, I can use Soft4fx to backtest a little bit.
Okay, and is that your desktop on all the time, is it?
It'll go on once I'm using it, so it'll look like a
Okay.
ghost is sitting here on my computer.
Okay, so what's it called?
It's called Team Viewer.
Team Viewer, okay. I'll look that up.
It's free too. Let me just answer Nathan. Give me a second. Just take closer and make sure. All right, looks like GJ may be breaking below the support over here. Got a nice clean move to the left. It's the 1 hour. Want a nice little retest of this area. Take this down. You got
Yeah.
about 30 pips.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a retest on the 5 minute if it breaks.
Nice. Yeah, 4 hour looks nice. Another lower high. Just need to close below support. Beautiful moment.
Have you a second monitor?
What was that?
Have you a second monitor for your desktop?
No, not yet. I don't think I'm gonna get a second monitor. I think I'm gonna get the 49-inch. But right
Oh, the big one.
stock, the one that
Yeah.
I do want to get. It's got all the specs that I like. There's one that's more expensive that doesn't have the as good as specs, and it is available. But I'd rather wait for that one.
Okay, so you'll have to get a new desktop completely, is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on getting a new tower. And that's why I'm getting that monitor, because I'm gonna get a new tower so that I can have more RAM, so that I can eventually like stream on YouTube and stuff.
Okay, so like a gaming PC.
Basically, yeah.
It'll have the lights and all, will it?
Yeah, whatever. I think it's the look at it. 5 power. Here we go. Looks like we're rejecting this level a little bit. Yeah, this thing right here.
Oh, nice.
Graduation sale. Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, there's guys on Instagram and they build it for you. And it's going to be better.
They build
than
the
this.
computer for you?
Yeah, it's going to be better for them to build it with all the individual parts instead of buying one altogether from the shop.
Dell,
Because I lived with a guy for like 3 months and they were all like computer geeks. And they
okay.
used to tell me all these things about CPU. I didn't know what they're talking about. But they said that buying one from a shop, they're going to throw in cheap parts and all that to it.
They're gonna
You know,
do that.
they'll have like cheap parts and stuff. Some of the things won't be up to standard because it's going to be in the box. You know, the average Joe's not going to look in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the specs is basically set, the way, the way the pricing is. They're gonna get the most margin on,
Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, this is the monitor I want. It's
that's it.
if you get a 49-inch, that's this is 227s split. All right, so
So it's kind of like the same as, okay, I got 227 right now.
nice. This is
But yeah, that's
the reason I want this one though is it's 4K. A QHD or something. Where are the specs at that I was looking at? That I liked. Yeah, tech specs. Yeah, this resolution right here. The one that I saw that was more expensive had at a worse resolution. And then there was something else. I don't know if it was response time.
But what is there a like certain video card that you have to install in your tower to match your
Is there a certain what?
the video card that you needed?
Video card?
Yeah, how many gig of video card you need to? Is there something to match that monitor?
Oh, I'm not actually too sure about that, dude. I'm such a noob when it comes to technology. I like to think that I'm good at it, but there's so much like this is gibberish to me. All this stuff. Some people know, like I've done a little bit of research. I know what like RAM is, just because like I only have an 8 gig RAM right now, and I need 16 to stream on YouTube for like a faster stream, and I can't update this computer. Some computers you can update the RAM. I can't do it on this one, which is why I want to sell it and get a new tower anyway, because get a faster computer.
Is the one you have is just the whole built-in thing, right?
It's the HP all-in-one pavilion. 20.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Best Buy.
That's the thing I don't like about Macs as well, is that there's no way for you to upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of annoying.
I mean, it's one of their marketing strategy. They let you buy the new the whole thing.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Where are we? See, dude, sometimes this computer's slow. Yeah, here we go. I have this one. So it's the all-in-one, but it's white down here. The whole thing is white. I like the black though.
Yeah, like a few months ago, I helped my cousin build a computer. So what I told him is just buy like the very basic one from Costco for the tower, and just make sure if there's extra slot for the RAM. And so he bought that, and it has like 8 gig of RAM, and then I just told him just to buy extra, you know, extra RAM, and I just helped him, install it, like plug it in, and then he bought extra hard drive.
And now he has a brand new computer.
Well, basically, it's kind of like the same spec as the one you could buy, because it's like $500 difference.
Yeah.
So I told him just buy whatever like the cheapest. Make sure the motherboard has an extra slot for extra RAM, and just buy RAM, order it online, and I'll help you install it.
Nice.
And so basically, it's the same specs as the one they're selling for $500 more. But
Yeah,
you get it for like very cheap.
They knew they could do it. That's why they do it. And they know most people can't do that, which is good for them. GJ, not much volume right now. Gold, I was looking at this on the 1 hour, but it's just, I don't know. We tapped into this area over here where we tapped into previously. I was thinking about taking maybe like an intraday on the 1 hour. Now that the 1 hour, the 30-minute at least looks like it's going to be closing below this area. Maybe if we get a top wick formed and that candle flips bearish to fill this wick, but again, we tapped into this area already. What I do like though is that it, we closed and retested above this area, so we could be coming right back down to 1890. Gio, did you see Lillard last night?
Yeah, damn. Double overtime, man. I stayed up late just for that game.
Yeah, dude. I didn't watch it, but I threw some money on the over. Glad I did.
That's crazy, man.
He's a beast. I wanna see it. Nuggets Blazers. Damn, and we're down 14-3. Damn. Just gonna pause this real quick. Just take a look at our pairs. Wow, looks like GJ over here on the 30-minute is respecting this area. Candle ended up closing below. Or closing above over here. So let's see. Do we get a pass to this high up here? Or a solid bullish close? I'm not trading in here. I'm just looking for a close above 155, 350. Anybody thinking about taking gold?
No, not yet. I'm just gonna stick to EU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still in that, right?
Same here. Sticking to GJ.
There you go. Smart. Have you been trading at all on gold, Gio?
No, well, he kind of like for a month of May. I actually took maybe two or three trades in gold, which actually took out my profit. So, remember I told you that I was just gonna trade GJ,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, and then I was looking at gold. I was like, oh, this is very enticing. The setup is there, but yeah, it's just ruined my whole discipline. So, yeah, for this June, I actually have my calendar with me, and I'm just gonna do GJ. I don't care what gold does.
Okay. All right. Are you going to continue to journal the trades that you could have gotten on gold?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to build first the discipline in GJ, and before I start another pair, and yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I knew this was a sensitive area over here on gold. This candle's flipping bullish right now. But we'll see what it does. But yeah, my main play today is probably going to be GJ if we do get it. Unfortunately, I do have to go in 30 minutes though. Did I say I was doing these engagement photos today? Did I mention
Oh,
that?
you're doing today?
Yeah, did I mention that?
Nah, you excited?
I think I was thinking it before, but I never said it. But yeah, we're going out to Princeton. Do you know where Princeton is?
What they call it?
Yeah, the college. So we're going out there to do them. So we're gonna be out there all day. Probably get some dinner. And I don't have any drives, so that's nice. So far we're still respecting market structure over here. Again, no sells unless we break below this area.
For your driving business, do you have an app and stuff for it?
Yeah, well, not an app. It's Instagram.
All right.
Did you say an app?
Sorry.
Did you say an app?
Yeah, I said an app.
Yeah, no, it's not an app. It's it's like an Instagram. It's called On Time Driving. If you want to look it up. But it's me and two cops. We have 3 Chevy Suburbans and 1 Sprinter van. Most of the time we drive the client's car too, though, which is awesome. That's my little life hack. I don't have to buy my own supercar or anything.
Yeah. How do you spell that?
On time, ON,
Oh, on time. Okay.
on time, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, because I was wondering how you're able to drive Teslas and stuff.
Yeah, man. I was at a driving station the other day. Yeah, man, we got a good thing going. The thing is, we used to drive for a another cop, Ray Shapiro, who is not a good guy, to put it lightly. Just didn't know how to run a business, wouldn't talk to clients the right way, wouldn't talk to the drivers the right way. So we ended up branching off and just starting like our own. And basically all the clients, I would say 80-90% of the clients came to us.
Okay. Yeah.
You need to know how to talk to clients and be respectful. Talk to the drivers, not like yelling at drivers to do a job, or like, if a driver misses a drive at 2 in the morning and they leave someone at JFK because they slept in or something like that. You don't yell at the client for calling you at 2 in the morning. You yell at the driver for not showing up.
Yeah.
The guy was just an idiot.
What do you use the Sprinter van for?
Parties. It fits about 10 people.
Oh, it's all decked out inside. Okay.
It's not decked out. It's literally just a basic Sprinter van, but it is nice. It's just not like TVs and shit all over the place. The like celebrity Mercedes Sprinter vans.
Yeah, it's just a basic.
See, this is why we stay at a gold. Could you have caught this move right here? Sure, but like, how often are you going to be profitable taking these moves? You know what I'm saying?
So are the cops still working for the police force and doing this as well?
One of them's retired. Juan is retired, and Jeff is still a detective.
You'd be fairly busy doing both, like.
Yeah, he's about to retire though.
Yeah.
Juan actually, retired early. He was able to retire at like 20 years, get his full pension and everything. So all he does is drive, which is awesome. Like this dude, if you're in a good area for a driving company or something like that, either start your own or go work for one, something like that. I highly recommend it if you enjoy driving. Like for me, like when I'm with the clients and stuff, I have my AirPod in my left ear. They either don't care. A lot of the times I talk to them, but sometimes if you're not talking to them, they're like either business owners that want to get work done. They're on business calls and stuff. Dude, I'm listening to a book. I'm listening to podcasts about trading. I use that time to my advantage. And driving, what am I? That's not work. I sit on my ass and I drive a car. And when they're in the city, they're getting dinner and meetings and whatever, I'm on my iPad, back testing.
That's chill, like.
It's not work at all.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Hell yeah. Like, at some point where, I'm always going to have, like, that's always going to be like, probably not the mainstream of income, but it's going to be a nice one. It is right now. That's why I don't have to rely on trading yet. It's nice. That's the situation that you want. You don't want to have to rely on your trading for income. You want multiple sources of income. That's what I'm always pushing you guys for.
Yeah, like, doesn't Roger's YouTube stream pay for his mortgage, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. At this point, yeah. What, like, how many? Let's see, how many? He has like crazy amount of subscribers. Here it is. Yeah, 114,000 subscribers. Now I don't know the metrics and as far as income, but that's a good amount.
I think it depends on where the views are coming from.
True. I'm sure there's so
So,
many different metrics.
mhm.
I have, if you guys want to see like the back end, I don't know if you guys have YouTube channels, but it gives you a whole dashboard of analytics. Like they're very into it. It tells you, you know, how many, you know, everything going up, all that stuff, comments, bunch of scammers commenting, just kind of annoying. But yeah, like monetization right here. So you need 1,000 subscribers to monetize it. See, we'll send you an email when you're eligible to reply. So I have 485 public watch hours. So I need 4,000 public watch hours, and then 1,000 people subscribed before you can monetize it. It's interesting. 1 hour's flipping bullish over here. I wanted to get to maybe like halfway through. Let's get to like the 4th. Wait, do you guys remember this kid? Like Gio, you remember watching these State Farm commercials like years ago? And Chris Paul's son was like a little toddler.
Is it? Can you move it to where it is?
This
Oh
kid.
yeah. Is that the kid with the wearing eyeglasses?
I think
Or
so.
is it?
He's the one that was always sitting on his lap during like playoff press conferences and stuff.
Oh yeah.
This is him now.
Damn.
Dude, I know. Sometimes I feel I'm in my prime, you know. I appreciate the fact I'm still in my 20s and everything, but oh shit. Went too far. Let's go 5 minutes in. But like still, like you feel yourself getting older. Like Meg always says, like, oh my God, I'm getting old. I'm turning 28. So you're not getting old, you're getting older. There's a big difference. You know?
Yeah, I remember that kid. Yeah, they're the. I think they're the like the twins as well, right?
He was funny, right?
Yeah.
Always bringing the attention, kind of like Steph Curry's daughter. Dude, Jokic is a beast. That was so wet. Look how easy that. Look at that. Oh my God.
Dude, that guy is just. I don't know. He just played the basics of basketball and.
Oh yeah, he's a good.
Very basic guy.
Dude, I wish we never got rid of Austin Rivers. Right now, we could definitely use him. Derrick Rose came to the Knicks, and then all of a sudden we traded him. He was kind of
Who's a backup for Derrick Rose right now?
Emmanuel Quickly. Technically, the starter
Quickly,
is
okay.
Alfred Payton. But the thing is, like, he's just been massively underperforming. And Derrick Rose, now they put him into the starting lineup, but now our bench is suffering. Our bench in the playoffs was plus 65. Now we're minus 12, which isn't good, obviously.
Yeah, Randall isn't just performing the way he is on the season.
Rondo?
Randall, Julius Randall.
Oh my God. Talking about a bust right now.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Randall is that dude that, you know, was never a number one, maybe a number two, right? And then all of a sudden he has this year where he just put in a ton of work, give him a ton of credit, love his mentality and everything. But, like, you know, he's in the spotlight right now, and it seems like he can't handle it. But what it looks like – what was that?
No, go ahead.
I was just saying what it looks like to me is like he honestly is like a true number two. Like we need a true number one in here.
Right.
It's really handling the load. Like, dude, you're gonna tell me like I miss this. I miss having watch this. Watch how clutch this dude is. Dude, we don't have this right now. No one's just like knocking down shots. Like I was at game 2 of this series. But it's just play after play. It's automatic.
Yep. You need one guy that would, that would take out what you call it, the focus of the other team. And just like Lillard last night, right? Everybody's just looking at Lillard because they're expecting him to, just him to score. So
And
if you have a backup,
he gets the ball now.
Yep.
It's like, what are you doing? He just drives to his left, goes to his left every time, and just almost either loses the ball or passes too late. It's just you just can't handle it right now.
Yeah, I just hope that it's kind of like what happened to Jeremy Lin. He was given a playing time.
Yes, very
and
similar.
Then he was an all-star for like a few days,
couple of weeks. He was just banking like crazy game winners.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. Not gonna lie, that was a good time. But he's not a number one. Like, he's just playing out of his mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the same thing for Julius. Like, I do think he's going to learn from this and he'll be better next year because he'll put the work in. I do love his mindset and the way he thinks about all this stuff. But right now it's just too much to handle. Based on the year that he's had this year, he deserves to go out tonight and just have a crazy, just game. Like, I hope they win. They bring it back to Atlanta for at least one more game. I don't think they're going to win the series. They're not as good. But we're playing on house money right now. We shouldn't even be in the playoffs. It's the first year of the foundation being built. We're way ahead of schedule, which is good news. But at the same time, like, it's disappointing that we're probably not going to go farther. But I mean, if we win tonight and then you'll bring it back to Atlanta and end up taking that one, and we come back to the Garden for Game 7, that'd be awesome.
But you guys have a very young roster,
dude. But not only that, we have players. We have a lot of cap space. We have the most cap space in the NBA right now, and we have 2 first-round draft picks.
Well, because I think, was it last year when you guys tanked to get the I don't know what position they had in the. Was it last year?
It wasn't last year. It was a year before when we got RJ.
Oh, RJ Barrett, yeah.
Yeah.
First pick, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we're attractive now, right? Like, people see the way we're not performing, but the way the atmosphere is at the Garden in the playoffs. Like, players want to come here. You get a disgruntled star saying, like, all right, Knicks have the foundation in peace. They have cap space. They have draft picks. They're not, they don't have a shitty front office anymore. They got Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau. They're on the right track. So I definitely could see a star coming in. I like. What's up?
It sounds like Zion Williams wants to play in the Garden.
Oh yeah, dude, he wanted to come to the Knicks. That lottery, he was disappointed.
Yep.
He was definitely disappointed. Honestly, I miss this. I kind of want to watch this. Dude, this was such an awesome series. But Melo shows up in the playoffs. Look at that. Just embraces everything.
That was pretty good lineup. You got Melo, you got big man Tyson Chandler.
Tyson Chandler was defensive player of the year that year.
And then you got Felton, a very smart point guard.
We have Raymond Felton, Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith. R.J. Smith. Who else do we have? Steve Novak, I think. Oh, we had Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was the reason we were that good this year. Not because of his play, but because of his leadership, and he could get the ball to Melo.
That's what he did on the Mavericks.
What was that?
That's what he did on the Dallas.
Exactly. He was able to facilitate the ball and all that stuff. What's up, Justin?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Awesome. We were taking a look at gold this morning, and we were looking at something over here, but we knew that this was going to be a area of interest. I know you don't trade gold anymore, but we're starting to react over here. I broke down all the pairs before, but it looks like this could end up being a fake out. Remember what I was pointing out to you guys before with this 1 hour or this 4 hour wick right here? Like this, a lot of times gets filled. I didn't think it was going to get filled after creating a top wick on this candle and then passing the low of this candle over here. But this was definitely that area of interest that we were looking at, the price reacted to. So is this going to be a fake out? We're going to get that wick fill, and I'm looking for buys above 1900. Let's say 1950, 1950 to continue right back up to retest the high. But GJ is my main play today. Bullish market structure, respecting support over here. No sells unless we break below 155. 05, I would say, or 08. And then I'm looking for buys above 155, 300. You looking at US 30?
Not till later.
Yeah, you don't get much volume till then.
Yeah. So I guess I could try to trade it now, but I found that it's a lot more consistent from about 9:30 to 11 Eastern time, and then at market close too. So those are kind of my times that I found that there's more consistency in terms of the volume and the candlesticks form, things like that.
100%. It's not worth it, right?
Right. Yeah, it's so I just like how you always said, less is more, you know.
No, 100%. Couldn't be more true. I just need to confirm with somebody. Two, three, three. I'm looking forward to Denver season, Justin. Oh no, you're a Cleveland fan.
Yeah. So I'm kind of nervous because usually when Cleveland has a great offseason or everybody's really excited about the season coming up, they normally lay an egg. So I'm kind of nervous about what this season has in store, but we'll see. I had my third interview with the company yesterday.
Let's
I thought it
go.
went, yeah, I thought it went pretty well. So I hope there's an offer soon that can take a weight off my shoulders, so to speak.
Oh yeah. Have you been able to get unemployment?
Yeah, I have.
All right, good.
It's just I guess it's just not that much compared to what I was used to making. Just factoring in what my salary was, and then versus unemployment. I mean, even with the federal stuff, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why I said of course, because the government's giving people more money not to work.
Right.
So.
Right. It's because I saw I think I put it in the group chat about someone I knew that was trying to hire a dishwasher, and they were paying $14 an hour for a dishwasher, and they got an email saying that they were making $15 an hour unemployment. They're gonna have to pay more if they want a dishwasher. And I was like,
was
holy
it like a crazy email too? It was like they were just like, are you crazy or something like that?
yeah, pretty much.
I think I saw
They
that.
yeah, that
Maybe
they were
you
like,
sent it to me.
yeah, they were like, you guys, are you nuts or something like that? And
He's
I was like,
fucking
$14 for a dishwasher. I mean, when I was young, I had a dishwashing job and I made like $8 an hour. And then, of course, that was years ago.
Yeah.
Inflation, all that stuff increased the price. But man, geez, man, almost $15 an hour for a dishwasher. It's kind of ridiculous, but maybe that's what it is now.
It is what it is. You're right.
Right.
You know what? This is what stopped me out last night. The M4 money supply came out worse than expected on GJ. So that was actually maybe not. It's right around here, I guess you could say. With both all three data points coming out, this wick ended up taking me out, but it's all good. I don't want to be stuck in this consolidation anyway. Rather just get an entry over here. I'm looking for a price to retest the highs. The only thing that concerns me on GJ is that we have such a fundamental level over here that we're at. Not a technical level, not fundamental. Previous resistance over here, but with the fundamentals, I think we're going to continue bullish. All right, here comes gold. It's going to be nice. Dollar index is at resistance right now. It's looking like it's reacting to it. So we need a perfect setup over here. We need this candle obviously closing. It's about to close above this resistance. We need a support to form right over here. Then we could take this right up. You guys have about 37 pips.
If you went to the weekly on the gold, it looks like there could be a wick fill to about 1959 or so. If you look over to the left there.
Yeah. You're right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Not only that, but you get these body candles as well at 1950. Right over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's probably a better target, actually.
I always love looking at gold because it like me being into history and all, it the prices are all like years, right? Like 1960 we're coming up to 1940. Right now we're at 1910. So right now just invented the airplane, right, brothers? Coming up to the sinking of the Titanic, started World War II, Spanish flu.
Dude,
Market
you really
crash.
have that in your head?
What's up?
You really have those dates in your head?
Not when I'm always looking at it, but like when I'm looking at a price and I'm like, I'm thinking of 1950 price coming up to that.
No, what I'm
I
saying
just
is
think
that,
of the decade.
yeah. Oh, it's just, yeah. It's just on top of your head, I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm a history buff. Like I think it's so not only important but interesting. How do I remember that? What, like all these
Right? I know.
I could keep going. So market crash 29. You got 34, which was basically the start of Nazi Germany. That was kind of the start of everything. And then 1938, that's when they started to ramp everything up. 1945, we came in and fucked everyone up in Europe. 1950, we had some of the best economy we've ever had. 1960, up until 63, US was basically like the 50s. And then 64, 65, JFK got assassinated. 68, the world exploded. Everything changed in 1968. Music, entertainment, people's hair. The hippie era. People started growing their hair out and everything in 1970s. That keep going.
Damn.
There's a cool elevator in the World Trade Center. I'll look it up real quick. But the new World Trade Center has this elevator that goes up to the top, and it shows New York from the bottom level, and then it just starts to show you like what it is now. What is this? Check this out. Are you guys into history as well?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah, watch how thick this is. Why is it going so fast? Oh, there you go. So, like, you see this right here?
Mhm.
So this is the year, but it's showing Manhattan in those years.
Okay.
So 1680, the Dutch were over here. It's when we formed our country, 1770. 1900s. 1935, 45. The skyline changes once every like 5 years, basically.
Welcome to One World Observatory.
It's pretty crazy.
Speaking of the skyline, in when I moved out to Colorado, one of the things that I was shocked about was that the governments can control your landscaping. And what I mean by that is, like in the town of Aspen, if you have a tree on your property that you want to remove, you have to pay a tax because you're altering the skyline.
Wow.
So like they'll come out and they'll measure how tall it is, how wide it is, etc. And then they'll send you a tax bill in terms of what you have to pay the city of Aspen.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
It's your damn tree.
Right. I know.
There's these like.
Same,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
same here in California. Basically, you have to get a permit for you to take down your own tree, and then you have to pay for the tree for taking it down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're doing that in California.
Crazy.
Where in California are you?
You're in Long Beach, right?
Oh, Long Beach. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No, all good.
Yeah, I know there's historical foundations and stuff like that where if, let's say, you have a house that was built in the 1700s, the town makes it very hard for you to tear that down or for you to buy it and tear it down, something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of places like that, especially over here on the East Coast. There's a ton of old buildings and houses. Towns make it very difficult for you to tear it down, which I like. I like the fact that they keep it preserved, and the fact that like in Francis Tavern. So down on like Wall Street by Stone Street in New York, there's all these buildings, right? Major buildings all over the place. But this right here is still a restaurant and also a museum. But what this actually was during the Revolutionary War, this was Washington's headquarters. And he actually ran up a tab when he was done being the general, I think, or something like that. He ran up a tab of like, I think I've heard like $70,000, which I don't understand how that was possible, but ran that up and paid for all the troops and their drinks and shit. But this was one of the things that was preserved that actually there's a lot in New York that's kind of preserved, but there's a lot of history in New York that not many people realize. And not many people realize because the British burned everything down when they took over New York. GJ on his way up. Just waiting for this close above this area. Gotta finish. Dude, he's so wet. Here's Jason Kidd. He was a beast. No. All right, let's get this close above here. We'll retest, take this thing up.
What do you guys think about Ray Dalio saying that Chinese yuan would be the next reserve currency sooner than expected?
Who said that? Ray Dalio?
Yeah.
Damn it. Dude, they're they now have the
No
largest
doubt.
navy in the world too.
Yeah.
Oh, you listen to Patrick Bet David. Did you see them talking about that?
Was it them? But yeah, I heard it from somebody. I'm not sure if it's them or what. But yeah, I was, with all this money printing, especially with the infrastructure bill they're trying to pass, 4 trillion. That's just crazy. Crazy amount of money.
I thought it was 6 trillion.
Oh, was it? I don't know. I think Democrats are trying to propose 4 trillion, and then Republicans they don't even want a trillion. They only try to offer, I think, 980 billion.
all these like Democrat dinosaurs are like they don't care about our kids' future. They don't care about us. They're just trying to print all this money, and it's just like they don't understand economics. It feels like.
I
Right.
I like how Patrick David, you know, tried to do an analogy on a small scale. Basically, he was saying like, oh, yeah, Democrats are kind of like, you know, those parents who are very supportive of their child, wherein they don't want their child to get hurt. But by the time the child grow up, like, you know, they're not used to how the real life is
Mhm.
because they're, you know,
You're not
like,
doing
yeah,
them
you,
any favors.
yep. So he was making an example of how his kid was hurt by playing sports, and then as much as he wants to, you know, um, tell the, I mean, kind of like, you know, have sympathy with the kid. He was like, you got to learn that if you want to be in sports, you have to experience this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's kind of like how Democrats are treating the economy.
Yeah.
And how the American people is like, oh yeah, we want to give you money, we want to support you, but in the long run, they don't see that it will hurt them. It's kind of like instead of teaching them how to fish, you're giving them fish.
Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Just doesn't make any sense. Beautiful Mona. I muted that right on time. You guys see that?
What was that?
I just had to sneeze so bad, and then
Oh,
it came out of like nowhere. So I just muted like the very last second and knocked my microphone over.
hell.
All right. I want a nice clean close above this area. At least the 15-minute. Damn, GJ, you're not going to give us anything?
A rejection.
All right. I think it's about that time. All right. Well, like I said, I have those engagement photos today, so I'm about to hop off, unfortunately. But these are my two plays. I'm going to be monitoring this. You know, keep the constant talk in the chat, but looking for a close above resistance over here at 155, 300, let's say 340 to take this right back up to 155, 600. Maybe if we break above that, it could consolidate to retest this area to continue right up. But I see a new high being created. So we may be able to get a nice move on GJ. On gold, I'm waiting for a clean close above this area, a wick to come down on the higher time frames. I don't want to enter this on the 1 minute or the 5 minute right now, at least, because this was so overextended. We could have possibly grabbed something on that lower time frames down here. But again, gold has been very rangy on these lower time frames, even the 15 minute and the 30 minutes. So you want to be careful of that. So I'm just waiting for a nice clean close above this area, a wick to come down and take this right back up to fill this wick right up here and to tap 1910. Sound good?
All right, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. I'll let you know how the pictures go.
All right, good.
Not that I want to do it.
Fun. Talk to you later.
All right, man.
Good luck.
See you tomorrow.
I'll-
Appreciate it.
See you tomorrow.